because it's World Environment Day, that to 50th World Environment Day. And along with that, it's the first Sunday of June. So the every first Sunday of June is celebrated as Cancer Survivals Day. So where everyone are giving good wishes to the survivals of cancer. So in that way, it is very special, and also it's a weekend. So here today, we are all again coming together to celebrate this World Environment Day and in a purpose of changing the self and also influencing the environment. Throughout the world, I was just looking at so many programs are being organized as such, but here today we are having our guest from Poland, that is Sister Anita. So she started her practice of Raj Yoga meditation since 2006. She was born in Poland, but her professional career took her to various countries in Europe and Asia. She lived in Hong Kong, Japan, China, and India. Currently, she is a director of Brahma Kumaris in Poland. Her genuine interest in spiritual truth and benevolence led to her involvement in projects that benefit communities through sustainable development and capacity building. She has an accredited member of Brahma Kumari's delegation to the United Nations Conferences on Climate Change COP19 in Warsaw 2013 and COP24 in Poland 2018. Anita is the focal point for Brahma Kumaris at the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, that is in short form UNCCD. And she was the head of delegation for Brahma Kumaris at UNCCD COP14 in Delhi in 2019 and UNCCD COP15 in 2022. So this is her involvement in the climate already. And with her experience, today let us look at like what it is, because it is very important to think about or work towards in the present, because we have already crossed the limits, and now it's time to even work out on it separately. So now we will be joining with Sister Anita, so and also help us to move ahead with these things. So Sister Anita from Poland, she is joining us all the way from there to make our Environment Day. So I welcome her. Welcome, Sister Anita.
Yes, good evening. Greetings of peace. Can you hear me well? Is it okay in this way?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. If possible, I would like to share a presentation.
Yes, you can, Sister.
I can. Okay, that's good. Okay, so once again, thank you very much for having me here tonight. Indeed, it's a special day because the whole world celebrates the Earth. We have only one Earth, and this is the theme of this year Environment Day, only one Earth. So I would like humbly to present my understanding, what I recently have learned in one of the big conferences that I participated. Actually, I just came back from the Ivory Coast, from Abidjan, where the big UN Convention to Combat Desertification, COP15, took place. So there were about 7,000 delegates from 196 countries, and they were all discussing and agreeing what to do to restore land, to combat desertification, and to fight, to become more resilient when we speak about droughts. So today I would like to present a few information about the state of the Earth, and also I would like to offer an inside-out approach, what collectively, but mostly what individually we all can do to help the earth heal itself, because we can't heal the earth, but it can heal itself, and we can just be part of this healing process. So I will start now. I hope everything is clear. Okay, so thank you very much for this beautiful introduction. And yes, indeed, it's my fortune that I am able to be a part of a beautiful project in Brahma Kumaris. We have constructed, implemented, and now we operate a solar power plant in Madhuban, in Abu Road, Rajasthan, India. So I will also speak a little bit about that. But indeed, it's like my dream came true, so that I can use my energy, my skills, my time in a worthwhile way. So let's start with one question. Just silently, please, everyone think, what are your feelings about the nature? When you think nature, Mother Earth, what do you feel? What kind of good wishes do you have for the nature? Just in 1 second, immerse this feeling, please. And now, because we are here and we are speaking about the nature, but we are all sitting inside, right? So I thought it would be nice to listen to the Mother Nature, what really she would like to tell us. Okay, we know how we feel about her, but I wonder whether she can catch these feelings, or maybe she has different feelings when she sees us human beings. So I would like to propose a moment to listen to Mother Earth.
Some call me nature. Others call me Mother Nature. I've been here for over 4.5 billion years, 22,500 times longer than you. I don't really need people, but people need me. Yes, your future depends on me. When I thrive, you thrive. When I falter, you falter. Or worse. But I've been here for eons. I have fed species greater than you, and I have starved species greater than you. My oceans, my soil, my flowing streams, my forests, they all can take you or leave you. How you choose to live each day, whether you regard or disregard me, doesn't really matter to me. One way or the other. Your actions will determine your fate, not mine. I am nature. I will go on. I am prepared to evolve. Are you?
Yes, so this is how nature sees us and our activities towards her. It's not such a beautiful picture. And we all know that currently the environment needs our compassion, our kindness. And I would like just to share a few figures because I believe they are eye-opening. You know how many, we know we have one Earth, one planet Earth, that's obvious. But then actually when we see how many resources we as humanity use, it seems that we need 1.7 planets Earth to produce all the resources that we need within 1 year, and also to consume to absorb the waste that we generate. And it means we are living on credit, because obviously it's not possible for Earth to catch up. And of course, these numbers, they vary when we look at the different countries. The most industrially advanced countries, they use much more resources. So for example, if everyone on the planet lived like people in the USA, we would need already now 5 planets Earth. But I checked for Oman, what is the number? And actually, if everyone on the Earth lived like people in Oman, we would need 4 planets Earth. For Poland, it would be 3. So I think it is very threatening. And this information should really shake our awareness and see the urgency to do something. And what we need to see at what we consume and how much we consume. Of course, it also depends on how efficiently we produce things, how many there are of us, and how much the nature can produce. But today, I would like to propose that we think about the consumption. Another few information that I would like to share when we speak about only one Earth. What is important? One thing is the climate change, and the climate change is caused by the emissions of greenhouse gases. So now all scientists speak about it, and there is consensus that it's a human activity that is causing this environmental crisis. So everyone agrees that we need to reduce the emissions of greenhouse gases by half by 2030. So there would be still possibility for the Earth to restore itself. But when we look at the current data, the emissions of greenhouse gases, CO2, methane, continues to grow. And it doesn't seem that it will be possible to reduce them without very concrete and drastic actions. Then when we look at ecosystem degradation, already today, these different effects are relevant for 3.2 billion people, which is 40% of all people living on Earth already are affected by different types of ecosystem degradation facts. Another information which was quite shocking, which I learned when I was in Abidjan, was that actually already 70% of the whole Earth's land has been altered by human beings in this way or another. And actually almost 30% of the whole land has been already highly degraded. And these numbers do not decrease, they only increase. Actually, they calculate that every year it's a surface of land equal to Greece that becomes highly degraded, and it again increases. Another information, very interesting and very shocking, is that these are actually food systems that are the biggest causes of biodiversity loss and land degradation. 80% of biodiversity loss is caused by the way we grow food. And within that, actually, it's the meat and dairy diet that creates the biggest problem, because the biggest degradation is caused by livestock, by pasture, and also by the fact that we need to grow feed for this livestock. And these two are the main reasons for land degradation caused by agriculture, but also it's caused by deforestation. And again, a very shocking number, I believe, is that every second, we deforest the land equal to 1 football field, every second. So it's huge. And actually this thing is something what we can change individually, because it depends on what we eat, but we will come back to that. So what went wrong? This graph looks maybe complicated, but actually the message is very, very clear and easy to understand. It shows the years from 1970 to last year, and then it shows the day during each year by which date we as humanity consumed the resources of the earth that the earth can reproduce in the next year. So it means that in 1970, actually, okay, we consumed the resources that were able to be reproduced by Earth in the coming year. But as time went by and we come to the current situation, okay, the previous year was different because of the pandemic, but still we are coming back to the same trend as before, which shows that the date when we consume the resources that Earth is able to reproduce within 1 year is coming closer and closer. And last year it was the 29th of July. So by that time, we already consumed the resources from the whole year that Earth is going to reproduce. So this is one trend. And the other one is the degradation, which is stronger, bigger, more intensified every year. So what went wrong? What happened? And I would like to offer a very simple solution. Of course, it's not everything, but this is one of the main root causes and something what we individually can do about. And this is materialism and consumerism. We as humanity, not only we are more and more, but also we consume more and more. Why? Can we do anything about it? So for that, I would like to offer again a few questions for your personal reflection right now and also later on. So the first question would be, can you ever consider that your thoughts and feelings have impact on the land, on the earth? Do you think that your thoughts actually have impact either on land degradation or land restoration? This is the first question. Second one, if yes, can my thoughts be at the root cause of the current crisis? Can my thoughts, can my feelings actually cause the current crisis? And then the third question is, again, if yes, then what are the new and maybe more effective ways forward if we look from inside out, not from outside in, but from inside out? Is there something new, creative, what we can use to restore the land or to help the earth heal herself? So for that, I would like to show an analogy, how actually the nature works, and then also how our process of creation works. So let's imagine that, okay, we speak about the world as a tree. So, okay, we have this big tree and we do so many things to protect it. We water it, we mulch it, we prune it, we take care of the tree. But the quality of the fruit actually is defined by the seed. So if we want to see what kind of quality of fruit we get, we need to get back to the seed and make sure that the seed is right and that it is planted in a proper soil in proper conditions. So we need to go back. And the same is with our thinking and creation process in our lives. So actually, when we speak about the world, when we want to change the world, and I believe we all want, everyone who is here has this pure desire to make the world a better place. But to do this, I need to see what is my relation with the world, with the nature, with other people. Then I need to see, okay, so what are my actions? Okay, behind actions, what is my attitude that make me do or not do certain things. And my attitude comes from the thought that I have. My thought comes from the seed of awareness. So if I really want to bring a positive and long-lasting change in the world, I need to look at the seed of awareness. And what is awareness? Again, I would like to offer a very simple definition. Awareness is who I am, to whom I belong, and what I need to do now. Who I am. So it's important to understand this trajectory and the sequence of what needs to be done so the world can become a better place or a worse place, depending on the seed. And just to illustrate it, I would like to show a small video, which maybe will be more visual than what I say. So let's see.
Want to save the planet? Perhaps you recycle, practice a vegetarian diet, or watch your carbon footprint. That's great. But where does it all start? It starts with awareness. Thoughts come from the awareness that we hold. Consider the truism, you are what you think. Thoughts, like words, carry power. Hate, kill, suffer, murder, lynch, death, torture, war, rape, victim, ugly, useless. Versus love, help, care, heal, peace, purity, wisdom, truth, happiness, kindness, beautiful. They say if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're probably right. Awareness becomes thoughts. Thoughts become consciousness. Consciousness becomes action. Action creates an impact. Now consider the impact your thoughts have on the planet. Do you want to hurt, pillage, exploit, use, kill, burn, destroy the planet? Or do you perhaps want to love, heal, protect, grow, nurture, save the planet? If you think the Earth is a beautiful living system and our existence is only a part of this intricate balance, then it is. Then we will use her resources with greater respect. Kinder awareness leads to kinder thoughts, leads to kinder consciousness, leads to kinder action, leads to kinder impact. Impact triggers change. One person will share this thought with another, who'll share with another, who'll share with another. The more we think, the more we share, the bigger the numbers get, the greater the consciousness becomes. What started as one person reading this soon will become 100, and then 1,000, and then 1,000,000. The time to act is now. The time to act collectively is now. This creates an impact. Impact came from action. Action came from consciousness. Consciousness came from thoughts. Thoughts came from awareness. Want to save the planet? It all starts and ends with our awareness.
So an invitation to think about it, this trajectory, and to check from which awareness do I act. And I would like to offer again just one word, very beautiful and very deep word, respect. I believe that this is one of the fundamental things that was lost and what brought us to the moment, to this kind of situation where we are. Why? We are here to speak about the earth, the environment, and our relationship with it. So what is the most essential and a senseful relationship that people have with the matter? It is actually the relationship between the spirit and the body in which the spirit lives. So as long as the spirit, the soul, is aware of the true identity has the awareness of the true self, everything is okay. It means the body feels okay, the relationship with others are okay, and the relationships with matter are fine. Because when I am in this self-respect, in the true self-identity of who I am, that actually I am a being of peace. I am a being of love. I am a being of power. If I remember that, if I am that, then I am complete, I am full, and I am a giver. I don't need to take anything. I keep giving. But once I forget about this true identity, then all problems start. Because I forget that I am peace, so I start looking for peace outside. I forget that I am beautiful. I start to identify myself with the body and start to seek acknowledgement from others. I forget that I am love, and I start to look for love outside. I forget that I am joy, and I start to look for different signs of happiness, fulfillment from outside. And in this way, I lose my respect. I lose my self-worth. And if I do this, I also slowly, gradually lose respect towards others, and I start to misuse the nature. I don't respect it anymore. I treat the nature as a resource that is for me, to serve me, my needs, my desires. And then this whole relationship gets spoiled. In this moment, actually, my heart becomes cold and my head becomes hot. So I do things which are not beneficial. Okay, fine, that happened. But now what can we do to change it? And it's nothing really difficult. What I need to do, I need to go back to my self-true identity, to remind myself that I am the peace, I am love, I am happiness. And to do that, I need to connect to the source. So when I connect to the source of peace, I draw peace from the source, I become peaceful again, and then I can share this peace with other beings, but also with the nature. When I connect to the source of happiness, I become joyful again, and I can share it, and everything in this way. So actually now it's time to change this awareness from taker to giver by empowering myself, by connecting with the source, feeling myself, drawing the power, becoming it, and then sharing it. And then anything is possible, because many things we do, many things can be done, but we need this seed of awareness, which is stable, which is very powerful, which is constant. And that can be done through this process of taking power, taking peace, taking love from the source, and then sharing it further. And it's not difficult, and it doesn't take a lot of time. We can try now, actually. Very simple method, just for a moment. You know, you can close your eyes or you can keep them open, and you see, it takes a moment. It's just a matter of creating the right thought. So let me create the right thought. And the right thought is, I am a peaceful being. Now I remember I am a peaceful being. So let me feel this peace inside. Let me experience it. And with one peaceful thought, I can reach up and connect with the source, with the ocean of peace. And this peace makes me powerful. So I am a peaceful and powerful being. And I am benevolent. So I share this peace with everyone in the world and with the nature, with all elements of the nature. I am peace. I belong to the ocean of peace, and I share this peace with everyone and everything around. And in this way, everything becomes peaceful. Thank you. So this is just a small exercise. Everyone can do it. It's small, but very effective and powerful thing to be done. Okay, so let's go further. So respect, the seat of awareness. I am a being of peace. I am a being of wisdom. I am a being of love, of joy, of power. And this awareness creates my world now. So we can check, what is the seed of my awareness? What is my intention with what I do things? And as my awareness, so will be my word. It means the whole world. As we say in Brahma Kumaris, as I change, the world changes. It's my attitude that changes the world, because from attitude are my actions, are my relations. So then it's demonstrated in so many different ways. So what is the role of awareness in restoring balance or helping the earth to heal herself? The first thing is that it changes my attitude and my behavior. So from materialistic and consumer, I become simple, content, and compassionate. It means from taker, I become a giver. Another thing is that if I have this right seat of awareness, my approach becomes unlimited. I become creative, and there is a lot of newness in what I do, in which way I contribute to the world. Then there is also inner resilience with this right attitude. And inner resilience, it means inner peace, inner power, becomes more and more a necessity. It's not a luxury anymore. Because of all these crisis situations, economical, environmental, ethical, we face more and more problems, and we need this inner resilience not to lose our dignity, to respond in a dignified way, so we don't deepen this crisis, but we can go out and we can take others with us too. And then there is one more very interesting aspect of awareness in restoring balance with nature, and this is the fact that mind is over matter. And there are many experiments, many researches done which show that actually the positive thoughts, the benevolent feelings, but also the bad negative feelings and thoughts, they both influence the matter. And I would like later to share also some of those researches. So now a few examples how the right attitude is demonstrated in a practical world, because we call ourselves karma yogis. Yogi means the one who has the right awareness, and karma yogi in action. So it's not just a matter of sitting somewhere comfortably and having nice experiences in meditation, but how we follow it through. So few examples in Brahma Kumaris. So Brahma Kumaris is the pioneer in developing and using renewable energy for different applications. So just very quickly, I would like to share some examples. This is the solar cooker for institutional cooking in Gyansarovar in Mount Abu, Rajasthan, India. And this is the first institutional solar cooker that was installed in the whole world. It was already in 1995, and what is even more important, it works up to date in a very good way. So it means that we can use solar energy, which is clean energy, which is renewable energy, which is free energy, for cooking 2,000 meals. And we have been doing it for so many years. Then another example is another solar cooker, but much bigger this time. This is the institutional solar cooker that was installed in 1999 in Shantivan. This is our biggest campus in Rajasthan. And this solar cooker is able to generate power so we can cook 35,000 meals a day. And you can see in this right upper corner, this is the gathering that we used to have before pandemic, and probably we will come back to this kind of gatherings of 25,000 people. So all these people can eat food which is cooked with a non-violent and clean way. So it is possible. And we also, whatever we develop, we share it with anyone who is interested to learn about it. So all these technologies are available for anyone. So for example, this solar cooker, it used to be the biggest in India and in the whole world, but now there is another organization that has even bigger cooker because they came and they learned and they decided to do it. So we are always very happy to share any researches, any developments that we do. And then one more example, which is India One solar thermal power plant. And this is very unique project because, as far as I know, this is the only solar power plant in the whole world that can generate electricity for 24 hours a day. So this is indigenous technology developed by Brahma Kumaris and our different friends. So there is a special system to store energy because those who know even a little bit about renewable energies, they know that one of the biggest challenges is to store the energy. So there is a way to do it. We demonstrated it. So it's research, development, and demonstration project to show that solar energy can be used to generate power, again, for a campus of 20,000 people around the clock. And why I mentioned this? It's because of the awareness with which all those projects were done. The awareness was to bring benefit to the nature and to humanity, not to make money, not to satisfy the greed, but thanks to this awareness of spirit, the true self-esteem, we were not looking at short-term gains, but really at long-term benefit for the nature and for people. So this awareness makes us unlimited and really allows for beneficial solutions and long-lasting solutions. Okay, so this is a short video. Okay, maybe we can see this video about the India One solar power plant. everything from the scratch was developed by the team of Brahma Kumaris. Everything was produced by people employed from local area. So a lot of capacity building was also done, a lot of trainings, a lot of development for both men and women. And this is the team with our two beloved daddies, Daddy Janki and Daddy Gulzar. They were the best promoters of this project. And in this way, electricity goes to Shantivan, the campus of 20,000 people. So more information can be found on our website, indiaone.net. And again, this technology is available for anyone. And if not in this application, any other applications are also possible. And we are happy to share the knowledge. Okay, very quickly now, another effect or benefit of the right awareness, the seed of awareness of who I am, is the inner resilience that we build. And here I would like to demonstrate it with one example. You know, in India, but also throughout the whole world, farmers suffer a lot because of climate change, because there are more and more abrupt climate conditions, more and more droughts or floods. So a few years ago, there was a big drought in Maharashtra, in India, and many farmers suffered because they lost all the crops and they lost all the seeds, everything they lost. So there was one farmer who also suffered a great loss. But then what he did, he didn't commit suicide, he didn't hurt himself. Many did, but he didn't. He remembered an ancient practice, what his ancestors used to do, a traditional practice. What it was, he called his whole family, they sat together, they took seeds, and they started to meditate. It means to send good, positive thoughts in connection with the source to the seeds, but also to the soil. Then they planted the seeds and they continued. Every day they continued to do it. And after some time, two things happened. The first one, which was amazing, was that he himself changed his attitude. From being miserable, he saw new solutions because his mind became peaceful and more creative. So he was able to see different ways to manage in this situation. And he also became more powerful. So he was able to face all those different challenges that were coming to him. So that already was a huge change. But then also what he saw was that those crops that started to grow were actually much better than before. And this was the beginning of a very big movement. Now it's more than 2,000 farmers throughout India who use this practice of so-called natural yogic agriculture. It means it's organic farming plus power of positive thoughts. And there is number of researches and studies done of that where they compare crops which grow with this method versus the conventional one. And we see many different quantitative and qualitative benefits. I will not go into details, but again, if anyone is interested in this topic, there is a lot of information on our websites, which is available. What I would like quickly to show you is the experiment which was done by our colleague. He's the professor at Witwatersrand University in South Africa, Professor John Diritu. He made experiment on carrots. So what he did, on the roof of the university, he put this 100 pots and he planted carrots. In every pot, there were 8 seeds of carrots. And what he did, he conducted an experiment. He's a scientist, he knew how to do it, so it would be reliable. So what he did, he decided to meditate, to send good vibrations, positive thoughts diagonally to these orange fields. to the pots which were in this diagonal arrangements. And these blue ones, they were control pots. It means they were not meditated upon. Okay, so he did it. He did it from the center in which he stays, which is like 15 kilometers away from the university where the pots were placed. So how he did it? He did it for 30 minutes after his early morning meditation, and he did it for 100 days, so the time which was required for the carrots to grow. And what he observed after this time? He observed that there was a significant difference in the crops of those carrots which were meditated upon versus the control carrots. So those carrots on which he was meditating were bigger, and they also had more nutrients. So this is very specific experiment and result which shows, because all conditions were the same. The water was the same, sunshine was the same, air was the same. The only difference between those two types of carrots was that he was meditating, means consciously sending good vibrations to those selected carrots. So it's a very nice example that we always like to share, because it shows the effect of mind over matter. And then something what we all do and we all can change is what we eat. I already mentioned in the beginning that livestock is the biggest destroyer of the land in the whole world. So because we need a place for pasture, and also we need place to grow the feed for this livestock. And it takes 80% of all agricultural land. It's huge. And here you can see which types of food consume the biggest number of land, providing the same number of calories and proteins. So beef, lamb, mutton, cheese, milk, pig meat, fish, they consume much more land, providing 1,000 kilocalories, versus wheat, rye, apples, tofu, potatoes, root vegetables, rice, maize, providing the same nutrients. So it's very clear. This is another very eye-opening graph for me. This is the current diet in the whole world, and it shows how much land is used. So out of all agricultural land, most of the land is used for pasture, for the livestock. And then from what is remaining, again, almost half is used to grow animal feed, and only this part is used to grow the direct human food. So this is very clear, actually. And of course, I'm not saying that everyone would become vegan, but you can become if you are not. And this is the best, the biggest impact we can do, and also the easiest thing we can change, because it depends on me what I put on my plate and to my stomach. And if everyone would become vegan, it means dairy-free and meat-free, we would be able to reduce the agricultural land by 75%, providing the required nutrients for everyone to feed everyone in the whole world. So it's huge. And there are many more benefits of becoming vegan. It means to having plant-based diet, because it is the only diet that is non-violent. There is no harm, or limited harm at least. And there is also a very good effect on the climate change, because again, actually almost 35% of all greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture, and mostly from meat and dairy production, and so on and so forth. Plus, as the food, so the mind, so the choice is ours. And sometimes we say, yeah, but how will I get my protein or vitamins? Look at those vegan animals. The strongest ones in the whole world and the most beautiful, the fastest, are so-called vegan. They live on plant-based diet. So no excuses, I believe, anymore. And then I would like also to share one program, which I believe some of you know very, very well. I saw some of my friends joining this webinar, so I'm not going into detail, but I believe it's a very important part of what we do. It's it's education. So this program is Living Values Education, and it's a wonderful program which is designed for all different ages. So for small children and for youth, and then there is of course material for parents and for teachers. And it's beautiful because it allows to create the right awareness from the beginning. And actually, these are some pictures which I received from one of my friends here also. So these are programs, pictures from programs organized in Kuwait, I believe. So it works and it is available all for free, and it's the most beautiful and efficient program. So I would just encourage you to have a look at this website. And if you don't know, I'm sure also Sister Gayatri can guide you how to find more about it. And also today, there is a new program in Brahma Kumaris, which was just launched, Kalp Taruh. Very beautiful program. It means that actually there is an inspiration to plant a tree. One person, one tree in the next 75 days. And the goal is to plant 4 million trees. Not only plant, but then care for the trees, because to plant is easy. It's more challenging to care for it. So this program is a comprehensive one, providing all different support needed. There is a special app, you can download it, and please plant a tree. So then, okay, just a summary. You know, the world is like a tree. And then it really depends on the seed, what kind of world we create and we live in. If there is a seed of attitude, okay, spiritual amnesia, it means I forgot that I am peaceful being, that I am loving being, that I am a powerful being, then my tree, it means my world will look like this. There will be impatience, ego, irresponsibility, confusion, fear, so on and so forth. But if I remember who I am, that I am this peaceful, beautiful, shining being, then this is how my world will look. There will be patience, there will be honesty, stability, truthfulness, simplicity, contentment. So the choice is ours. How to do it? We have to feed not only the body in the right way, but also the soul. So every day we make a fast from this and we feed ourselves with this food. You know, of being altruistic, unlimited, tolerant, gentle, anything. You just take one positive thought, one value in the morning, and you feed the soul. And then you churn and you live on it as the day goes by. And you see how powerful and healthy you will become. So the seed of awareness makes us stable and secure. There is no fear. There is no need, because I am centered in myself. I am who I want to be. And then I have self-respect. I know my worth. So I don't look for respect from outside, but I can respect others and I can respect the nature. And then there is love. There is compassion. There is benevolence. There is simplicity. So again, few questions, because I think we all want to take something with us from anything for which we dedicate our time. So just think, what new seed, what value have you planted? Think about something new, what you can plant in your awareness, and then water it and use it. How can you cultivate it? And what change can you bring in your life? No, listening to all these things, it's fine. But have you got any inspiration, maybe something new, what you can do in your life? So I would like to finish with a moment of reflection. I don't know if there is time for any questions later on, or how is it?
Yes, if any questions, they can put it in the chat box or something. So I think we will go ahead with the meditation now.
Okay. Okay, so let's have a moment of meditation reflection. So sit straight, relax your body, Take few deep breaths in, breathe out. Just relax. Make your body comfortable. So, I have heard many things. Some things I have known. Some things are new for me. It's fine. Now, for a moment, let me go inside to the essence and see what I can do to become a part of solution, to help the earth heal herself. So I turn my attention inward and I become aware of who I am inside, truly, eternally. I leave the world outside and I go to my inner world. I enter the sacred space of my mind and my heart, so I can check my thoughts and my feelings, and I can change them. So the first thought, who am I? I am a being of peace. I am peace. And as I create this thought, I become peaceful. I can feel the peace inside me. I experience this peace. Truly, I am a peaceful being. I have always been, I just have forgotten. But now it's time to awaken, to remind myself of my true identity. And I do it in a conscious way. And I do it not alone. By creating the peaceful thought, I go up and I connect with the source, the eternal source of peace. The one who has never lost his true identity, who is always in his respect, who is always peaceful and loving, the benevolent source, the ocean of peace, the sun of knowledge. I connect with him. I cling to him so that he can fill me again with peace and love and power. His rays of peace enter me, the soul, and make me light. I begin to shine. And being connected with the source, I look down and I see the earth, the blue pearl floating in the outer space. I see it, and my gratitude emerges from my heart. I realize all wrongdoings, all bad intentions I had before, consciously or unconsciously. Now it doesn't matter. I see the current state of the Mother Earth. And I feel sorry. But I also feel that I can change now. I can help her to restore herself. So as I become full of peace and love, I share this peace and love with the earth. The rays of God's love flow through me to all human beings and all living beings on the earth, on the globe. Compassion embraces the whole globe. And from this compassion, the new life starts to grow. Hope and power to change the current state. The rays of peace and God's power flow through me to all elements of nature. And all elements, the ether, the air, the water, the fire, the earth, get influenced by the benevolent power of God. And they become powerful again. And they purify themselves, the whole world. So God's love and power change the hearts and minds of people and the nature of elements. So the earth can heal herself and can return to the original state of purity, harmony, abundance. I am a peaceful being. I am connected with the ocean of peace, and I share this peace with everyone and everything. This is who I am, to whom I belong, and what I shall do now. And now, having this experience, I'm ready to come back to my current role. But now, I will play it with different awareness, remembering the seed of awareness in me, remembering that I am peace, I am love, I am joy, I am the shining being, I am a point of light, benevolent, pure light. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention, your interest. And if you want to learn more, you can check those two websites, but of course you can also contact our center, Raja Yoga Center in Muscat, in Oman. So I wish you all the best. I wish you beautiful relationship with the earth, and I wish you beautiful self-transformation. Make a commitment to come back to your true self. This is the most benevolent and the most beautiful thing that can ever happen. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Yes, thank you very much, sister. So it was a deep insight about inner inside out, as you were mentioning. Everyone start doing it outside, making things right and all. But why it is not so successful is it all needs again inside transformation also. So that is what at least we can start with, where we can change ourselves, because that's what is immediately in our hands to do. And you really helped us to how we can do that. Yes, I think on this day, we all will have a thought of at least some self-transformation thought, and that really influence the environment. Thank you very much, sister, on behalf of everyone. It's good to have with you and with having so much of information. So thank you very much and joining from there and giving all these insights. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.